Snowball's got a better chance in a hot place than I do of getting an interview with Aurora Police Chief Nick Metz. That's what the department told me today when I asked for an interview with Chief Metz and Deputy Chief Paul O'Keefe. O'Keefe was supposed to take over as interim police chief next week when Metz retires. But on Christmas Eve at 8:32 p.m., you know, the time you release news you absolutely want no one to find out about, we found out from Aurora Police that O'Keefe won't be interim police chief and is now retiring in a few months. It's the latest in a string of late-night, nothing-to-see-here news updates from Aurora Police. Friday, September 27th, 9:17 p.m. The Aurora Police Facebook page posts a message from Chief Nick Metz announcing his retirement at the end of the year. Friday, November 22nd, 7 p.m. An Aurora Police news conference announcing no officers would face criminal charges in the death of Elijah McLean. Body camera footage was also released that Friday night showing some of the incident where McLean struggled with police, then went into cardiac arrest after rescue workers gave him medication to calm down. McLean was taken off life support 1 week later. Although in this situation, Metz addressed doing this so late on a Friday night.
I told my staff that it didn't matter what day this letter came out, that we were going to be doing this press conference as quickly as possible, even if it was late on a Friday night, a Saturday or Sunday, because I didn't want to hold this declination letter for several days and create concern in the community that I was holding on to information intentionally.
Friday, December 13th, 10:24 p.m. Metz sends an email to staff about inaccurate media spin of the Nate Meyer case. He's the officer who in March was found drunk and passed out in his running vehicle on Mississippi Avenue by Buckley Air Force Base. We didn't find out about this until last month, and then we discovered it was not treated like a DUI case, despite 3 officers, including Deputy Chief Paul O'Keefe, smelling alcohol. O'Keefe wrote in his report that it appeared more medical in nature. In that Friday night email, Metz also told officers to own their blank. And now Christmas Eve, 8:32 p.m., Deputy Chief Paul O'Keefe's letter to Aurora's Deputy City Manager asking to remove his name from consideration as the interim chief of police, a job O'Keefe was to take over in 1 week. Oh, and the letter also revealed he's now retiring at the end of March. O'Keefe also wrote, "It is my intention that by removing myself from this interim position, that the men and women of the Aurora Police Department will ultimately be able to move beyond the negative depiction currently being broadcast." Back to my Snowball's chance and you-know-what. I asked to schedule an interview with both Metz and O'Keefe. Besides the Snowball, I was told Chief Metz and Deputy Chief O'Keefe will not be giving a comment beyond the letter Deputy Chief O'Keefe gave. Aurora Police Chief Nick Metz and Deputy Police Chief Paul O'Keefe have a standing invitation to sit down in this studio or have us come to wherever is convenient for them to address the inaccurate media spin and the negative depiction. And perhaps why Aurora City leaders are now scrambling to find a police chief to take over until they can find a police chief to take over.